Bob and Jane came to see me in fall of 2022. Bob had been retired for a couple of years. Jane was still working as a realtor. She wanted to be retired. She didn't think that she could. I sat down and looked at their assets. We talked about the income they needed to generate in retirement, as well as the rest of their financial picture. And their assets, the income that they needed to generate, and the very aggressive portfolio that they were in, because they thought they needed to chase big returns in order to facilitate her retirement, were not in alignment. So I asked questions about how important was it to them to leave a large sum of money to their kids. Their children were both adult children, very successful. Of course, they wanted to leave their assets to them when they passed on, but leaving a large inheritance to them was not one of their priorities. So I explained to them that given the assets and the income need that they are reporting, they didn't need to chase big gains. They didn't need to take on that level of risk. And as I'm saying this to them, you can see the angst and the stress that they had built up while they saw their portfolio falling drastically in 2022 started to melt away. They weren't fully convinced just yet, but I explained to them that given what I'm seeing here, I think that you can not only generate the income that you report you need for retirement, but you can actually replace Jane's entire working income. And so we went away. I worked on this plan. I focused on investment management and income planning, brought them back in, and I showed them that with a modest return, even with planning for higher than average long-term inflation, they were able to use this portfolio and our strategies to generate enough income to fully replace her working income. They were over the moon. But retirement is a fickle beast. It often, for many people, comes down to more than just the financial end of it. There are a lot of other emotions, decision-making. It's tough for some people to retire. But a few months later, as we've talked, over and over again about retirement dates, how do we do it, when do we do it, they call me. Their daughter is pregnant, and you've never seen somebody retire so quickly. And so now I envision this alternate reality where nobody ever told them that they were in a fine position to get Jane retired. And I envision her going to a showing, swinging by the house, spending a few minutes with baby G, and then heading back out into the field for her next showing. But in reality, she's a full-time grandmother, and they were fine people when I met them. But they are some happy, happy folks now.